Hi there folks, Andrea Cox here with thehealthyhaven.net and alkalizewithandrea.com. I am so excited that you are here with me in my kitchen today because I have got Joseph here. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Good morning, Joseph Montgomery, certified health coach with Raw Relations.
Joseph is with Raw Revelations. Colin and his beautiful wife own Raw Revelations, and I actually buy from them their products every single weekend at the Leucadia Farmers Market. And I gotta be honest with you, the first time I met Joseph, I was like, why don't I like that guy? Why don't I like that guy? And it was because you know more than me. Joseph is a wealth of knowledge. I mean, he knows so much about herbs, and as you know from my former elixir tonic videos, I love herbs, and we're gonna make a drink for you today, and we're gonna call it
The Hormone Adrenal Bliss.
Hormone Adrenal Bliss. Gotta love that. I know the ladies are now on the edge of their chair. So go ahead and tell me what we've got here. The base is?
The base is actually a tea in Gynostema, which is a great tea that's actually great for relaxation, really balancing the body, as well as Padiarco, one of those things that's amazing for balancing candida in the body, getting rid of some of that bad bacteria out of the gut stream, and allowing for the body to really go back to its natural balance and keeping that candida at bay. With that base, we can allow for a little bit of cleansing on a routine basis, and then we can set up a lot of the herbs to go on top of that in order to really kind of start balancing hormones and looking at the way that the body is going to respond, because tonic herbs will work with your system.
Got it, got it. So as I pour this in, why don't you tell us what we're going to put in?
So we're going to go through a mixture here that actually is based on a really amazing mixture called Coffee Fix, which is fantastic for balancing the adrenals.
Love Gynostema. Gynostema is so good for inflammation in the body. Okay, so Coffee Fix.
Coffee Fix base. This is going to actually do a great job at balancing the liver, getting more enzymes, because again, as we break our materials down out of our intestines, that's going to help us actually absorb all the materials we need to make more hormones, and actually see the system start to benefit. It just gives it a little bit of a roasted aroma, really nice flavor, and it has a lot of the great herbs that we see for hormone balance: ashwagandha, holy basil, things that the Ayurvedic technique really kind of brings to the table in order to get us a good hormone system.
Nice. And you just eyeball it, so that was about, I would say,
about a tablespoon.
About a tablespoon.
Do it to flavor, do it to taste. It's definitely something that will allow the sort of system, but it gives you this really nice sort of roasted quality there.
Okay.
Next, we're going to add in a little bit of goji berry.
Okay.
Goji berry is amazing because it's one of the few actual berries that allows us to produce HGH a little more effectively.
I learned something every time this guy opens his mouth. Gotta love that. So it helps you produce HGH in the body.
Keeps you young, keeps you vibrant, makes your body regenerate much more effectively, and of course when it comes to hormone stabilization, HGH controls most of that master process.
Nice.
So when we see goji berries going in, you usually want to kind of use an extract powder that's gone through the proper purifications, that's not combined with any other berries, and again it should have almost a really beautiful orange color. Yes, of course.
Oh my gosh, see, that's not all goji berry powders, just like all chlorellas and all spirulinas, are not created equal. That's why I love Colin's products that are superfoods. They're all the best of the best.
Correct. So about a tablespoon, again, really nice for creating an overall stabilization, overall balance for the system, and allowing for the body to really get into the concept, because goji as a Chinese herb is what we call the main harmonizer. It really does a good job of just laying everything to a nice balance.
Nice.
We're then going to add in one thing that a lot of people really do see very prevalent in hormone balance, and that's maca powder. Oh, everybody loves maca. That. The difference, though, is that when you're searching for your maca, is that you're trying to find the type that works best with your body. There's actually 3 different forms. There's roasted maca, which people have to where they've actually been put through some sort of heating interaction. There's raw maca, and then there's actually gelatinized maca. Okay. So we have those 2 different types. This happens to be just a plain raw maca, so it's not going to do anything different. That the gelatinized sort of focuses a little more on the intestines. The raw maca, great roasted aroma, again, fantastic addition. 1 to 2 tablespoons on average for the normal tonic drink, and that's going to really
so flavorful. And I'm just going to say, any libido issues out there, maca is an instant fix, and an almost like instant fix. just had to throw that in.
Maca is amazing. It does a fantastic job for the body, and it is actually for both men and women. You're
wonderful.
Exactly right. So the next thing we're going to actually bring into the table is a little bit of a great protein donor as well as a mineral donor, and that's spirulina. And again, we mentioned spirulina before, but the spirulina is really here to do one function, and that's give yourself the proteins, the actual amino acid bases that you need in order for you to go in and synthesize everything else in the body. A lot of times we see people deficient in methionine, different in L-theanine. All these things are components that really help balance the other hormones that are inside the body. So again, to taste on this one, some people like a teaspoon, some people enjoy more of a tablespoon. The great thing about most of these herbs, most of these tonics, is they work with your body, so use as much as you like.
Got it. Okay.
So I'm going to sprinkle in just a little bit. It's kind of there for flavor, for taste, but mostly as a mineral donor and for those amino acids.
And it doesn't feed yeast. I've heard a few, keeping it short, of course, because we're on time. It doesn't feed yeast in the body, does it?
No. Again, when spirulina is bringing bad toxins to the system because it's been grown in an environment that's not healthy to begin with, that creates that issue.
Got it. So there's been some talk about spirulina kind of feeding yeast in the body. I would say you're safe with Colin's spirulina.
The main thing to keep in mind here is that a protein-based diet has very little chance for you to actually see a lot of major yeast developing because of the lack of sugars.
I got it.
With protein and one of its best forms being spirulina, I'm not going to see that interaction, but it can lead to certain toxicities.
Perfect.
So Adrenal Stress Ease is another great product. We had a little bit of that come in with the coffee fix. So people who are looking for a little more just mood, emotional strength, waking up in a great mood, going to sleep in a great mood, a lot of times this Adrenal Stress Ease is really that main function for it. I want to really get to something though that's actually special because this is what we call our Vitality Blend. And our Vitality Blend does a fantastic job at balancing all of the qi sort of aspects of the body. So in Chinese medicine, that's the fluid movements. That's anything that's working inside the body. That's the blood, that's the hormones, that's the breath, that's all of these aspects. And for people who are looking for stabilization and getting that hormone bliss, you really want to bring in things, and this has astragalus in it, a little bit of longan and ginseng. And again, these are great herbs to have on especially a morning because they're very activating.
Got it, got it. And Dong Quai, and I love Dong Quai.
Dong Quai as well. So again, one of those, about a teaspoon, just for sort of some flavors. And that's the nice thing about tonic herbs, is as they come into the body, they teach your system how to start living in a little bit of a different way on a much healthier sort of mentality.
Got it.
The final one is really the kicker. This is the one that everybody seems to love right now. We're really getting a great response from everybody who's coming to the markets and finding this online. We're seeing this as Mucuna tribilis. The two combinations here, Mucuna gives you the precursor L-Dopa, allows you to actually reach euphoria state in the body, brings in happiness. It actually allows you to feel generally happy. Putting it into your shakes and tonics means that you're going to love your tonics more.
And tribulus is a persecutor to testosterone, correct?
And again, creating that nice balance for the way that we want to see, we need boosting to this testosterone in order to allow for estrogen not to be the main dominant factor in the body. Again, too much estrogen dominance out there creates a lot of major issues, feed cancers, feed problems. We really want the testosterone to be in the system, being produced, and being protected.
Got it.
So we really want to see that come into the system as well too. So again, half a teaspoon, start off slow. This is one of those that does have some kick to it.
And let me just add, if you are pregnant, I would leave the Mucuna and tribulus out. Definitely leave Mucuna and tribulus out.
Fantastic. Are we ready to mix this up?
We are. I'm going to grab, I'm going to grab a little cup. Fantastic. I always walk away from the camera at least once. They're used to it. Okay, we're ready.
Let's get this moving.
Smells like a Starbucks when you walk in Starbucks, only this is all organic, wild, amazing superfoods.
Again, with the tonic herbs, you just want a little bit of a blend to it.
Now, would you do anything to sweeten it? Like I'm a girl. We love sweets, like stevia. I guess a couple drops of our superfood stevia.
Correct. We have stevia, we have xylitol, 0 sugar based, we have erythritol, we have a lot of these great mixtures now, and if you're a person who doesn't mind a little sugar, even coconut palm sugar.
Can I taste?
You can taste, of course, enjoy.
Taste? Oh my God. I would drink that every morning.
Every morning.
And I'd be bouncing off the walls with hormonal bliss, hormone adrenal bliss. Andrea Cox here with Joseph. Go ahead and say your last name, Joseph.
Joseph Montgomery with rrsuperfoods.com. Raw Revelations here, bringing amazing tonic herbs, amazing materials for your great, wonderful shakes, smoothies, everything you like to
And
have.
Andrea Cox here. Check out the new membership section at thehealthyhaven.net. And definitely, if you're going to buy any superfoods, we'll post a link below to our superfoods. Be well.
Thank you.